My Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshua. And my brothers and my sisters, I just want to welcome you back and welcome you to Jacksonville, Florida. I've announced a couple weeks back that we were relocating back to Jacksonville, Florida. I refer to Jacksonville as my stamping ground. I came here when I was in my teen and lived here for 29 years straight, and then left Jacksonville to serve as a missionary overseas and came back to Jacksonville, lived in Jacksonville for another little while, and then moved to Philadelphia, served there for about 2 or 3 years, moved to California, served there for over 15 years, and then came back to Jacksonville, and then to Jamaica, and Jacksonville, and Jamaica, and Jacksonville, and then Fresno, California, and back to Jacksonville, to Jamaica, and then back to Jacksonville. So this is like a hometown for me. My brothers, my sisters, I ran into a lady 2 days ago, and I was sharing with her about my plight here in Jacksonville. When I came to Jacksonville, you know what? I came to Jacksonville 1974. Okay, and she said she was born in 1974. Oh, praise be to YAHUAH. And my brothers and my sisters, I came to Jacksonville right in the middle of integration. Okay, where white people and black people were trying to get together. Some were together, of course, but some were not together. And I had a couple of experiences. I shared a couple of them along the way. Got into some situation where I experienced some racism and so on. But let me tell you, my brothers and my sisters, it was a ride. I can tell you that. Okay, and so I'm not telling you that everything is rosy, everything is fine. There's still people here, who don't care for this kind of color here, right? Okay, and so and some of us don't care for the Anglo color either. But let me say this: that as a minister, my brothers and my sisters, and a matter of fact, most of the time that I experience, racial issues, but among so-called Christians, that were white or Anglos, okay, but regardless of all the issues that we face, my brothers and sisters, they're, I don't want you to think I'm bashing Christians, okay, because there are some good ones. There's some who are living right. They're living peaceful. They're living what we refer to as godly. Okay? The ones that I have problem with are the ones who claim that they're Christian, but they're living derogatory, not living the way that is prescribed in the book. Okay? So I still have many Christian friends. I have many Christian friends. Some of them are still serving, overseas, and they are real, genuine people. Okay, they're genuine people. I hope that one day they will be able to come to the light and understand what's going on. We're talking about the journey back to Abaya, and if you notice the picture that is over my head, right there, it shows 3 people, like they're on a journey, and they have the horns that they're blowing, and they have a drum that they're, so it's like they're traveling. You can see and behind them, if you can see clearly, there's the path that they're traveling on, and a mountainside. So okay, but the journey back to Abaya, and my brothers and sisters, I have also announced. I put up a special announcement, about us returning to Jacksonville and the different time zone. And my brother is a younger brother than me, and he's so gracious. Many of you prayed for him, Neville Smith. Many of you prayed for him. A year ago, when his wife passed away suddenly, if you remember, I made the announcement, and many of you prayed, many of you called me, and wish us condolence, and so on and so on. And so he's gracious. He said we can come and stay with him. So we're living with him for right now, and continue to pray for our strength, and my wife's strength also. So we just, and for the rest of my family scattered, some in Philadelphia, some in California, and so on. And just my children and so on. Pray for them. And my brothers and sisters, pray for the government. Okay, pray for our government here in the United States. Pray for our state government here in Florida, and pray for the government for the whole of the United States, and everywhere our Hebrew Israelite people that are scattered. They're in West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, Central Africa, Northeast Africa, and they are in Europe, they are in Asia, they are in South America, they are in the Caribbean, they are in Central America. They are scattered everywhere all over the earth, my brothers and sisters. And we're going to ask you, those of you who knows, those of you who know the means of prayer, to keep them prayed up. Keep our government prayed up. My brothers and sisters, if the government is not going right, remember that you and I, we live. We have to live, right? And pray for the peace. Pray for all of the issues that we are experiencing, okay? And so and especially that we are the ones who we're gonna get the end of the stick, okay? Because in general nobody looking out for us. We have to look out for ourselves, and we cannot do it by ourselves. We have to trust Yahuwah to direct, to lead, okay, to guide, and so on. So we just want to let you know that we love you. We thank you for praying for us, and let me encourage you, my brothers and sisters, to, if you have not subscribed to this channel, we're going to ask you to subscribe. If you just read, if you just view on and you have not liked, and you're not liking every session that we put out there, my brothers and sisters, we're going to ask you to please like it, okay? Because we've seen a lot of viewing, but we're not seeing as many like. So please do so. Please like. We're asking you to like it, and then we're asking you to make comments. Okay, send your comments in, and I cannot read and respond to everyone individually, but in general, I'm telling you thank you. I'm telling you thank you, and so just want to let you know we love you, and we thank you for praying for us. And we just hope and trust that everything is going well with you and your family. So we were in Psalm 27 the last time when we finished. We completed the study of Psalm 27. And we are now in Psalm 28. So we are starting out in Psalm 28. And I promise you, my brothers and sisters, that I will try to keep this session as, close to 20 minutes as possible. Close to 20 minutes as possible. I know everybody time is very important, and we're going to try to keep it as close as possible to 20 minutes. Sometimes we're in a verse and the time is going out, and we have to just continue the verse to completion, so that it you can have completeness in the verse, and you can have a full understanding. If we cannot complete the verse and we have to stop that session, we then in the next session we'll continue. But we hope you're enjoying the Bible studies series in the Psalm, and we are asking you to invite your friends and loved ones, to participate also in this. If you're enjoying it, then share it with someone else. Amen. Okay, thank you, bless you. And we just want to bless Yahuwah for all his goodness, for all his mercies. Now in Psalm 28, and we're going to be looking at verse 1, where the psalmist is saying here that unto thee will I cry, O Yahuwah, my rock. And he said, be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. All right. So as we look at the psalm, the title of the psalm is a psalm for help. It's a psalm for help, as we see here that David, or the king or cousin, right, is his life was a life of victory and a life of battle. Always fighting many wars. If you remember, he fought so many wars and so many blood was shed at his hand that even though he wanted to build a temple, and Yahuwah, told him and blessed him. He said, look, you shed too much blood. So we cannot allow you. I cannot allow you to build the temple, but I will allow your son to build. And so Solomon, his son, was blessed to build the temple, right? And so today we want to look at Psalm 28 verse 1, and we say here, unto thee will I cry. I want you to notice here, as the psalmist is addressing Yahuwah, okay? Unto you, Yahuwah, unto you, or Elohim, will I cry. The word cry here is a word in the Hebrew. And my brothers and my sisters, I hope you're not tired of me mentioning the Hebrew, because it was written, the scripture was written to us and for us. And in order for me to, I'm not going to go look for somebody's commentary, what they said, okay? I'm going to go directly to the word. I'm going to do the research, and I'm going to find the Hebrew words that matches what we're talking about, and I'm going to share it with you, okay? So the little bit that I know about Hebrew, I'm going to be sharing it with you, and I hope you finding some way to get the Hebrew alphabet, okay? The alphabet, if you want to call it that, that's what it's referred to, and then just learn them, learn these letters, learn these consonants, because if you learn them over a period of time, as you're hearing them and you're referring to them, you pick up some words there, and you have an understanding of what is being said here. But he said, unto thee will I cry. The word cry here is the word kara. Kara. The Hebrew word kara means to call or to proclaim or to read. And it is kara here is the word is kaf, resh, and aleph. Kaf, resh, and aleph. And the word here, my brothers, my sisters, it means it's like that are bidden, that that to call for, to call forth, or yourself, or to call, or to cry unto, or to be famous. That's what it's talking about there. It comes from a primitive root, rather identical with kara. We go back here. We talk about kara. We talk about kaf, resh, and aleph, right? And it comes from this primitive root, which is identical with kara, through the idea of accosting a person, to call out, to improperly address by name. And here the psalmist address YAHUAH by name, YAHUAH. YAHUAH, unto thee I cried. Unto thee, YAHUAH, I cried. And it's like, it has a variety of application, and wants to talk about this, even though it's used in this wide variety of application, it's like saying someone who are bidden, to call forth, or to call self, or upon, or to call unto, to be famous, like a famous guest, to invite someone, mention, or to mention by name. But my brothers and sisters, for those of us who proclaim the word, okay, for those of us who proclaim the word, we're talking about like a preaching, we're proclaiming it. It's like to make an announcement, to pronounce, or to publish, or to read, something that is written, known, or something that you say, okay? And so he said, unto thee I cry. And he said, oh my rock. Oh my rock. And he said, be not silent. Be not silent to me. Lest thou be silent to me. The word here, I become like them that go down into the pit. And the word here, my brothers, my sisters, the word pit here, it has a word, the Hebrew words like bore, bore. It's like, well, there's no English equivalent, but you can spell out certain words phonetically, and it's like saying B-O-R-E. B-O-R-E is different from B-O-A-R. Okay, so B-O-R-E, that's the kind of bore it's talking about here. And it has the idea of a cistern, a pit or a well. If you're thrown into a well, my brothers and my sisters, you're most likely you're going to die. If you're thrown into a cistern is something that deep, right, and the water keep flowing, you're going to get drowned unless you have places down there where you can avoid water in a pit. And in a pit, going to have all kind of stuff inside of it, A pit can be something that has mire, you know. You're like, you're going down, and you're going down. No matter what you do, you're going down. You're going down, you know. Sometimes you'll be watching those shows and you see where somebody fall into some kind of a muddy thing, and no matter what you do, it's pulling you down there. It's like miry clay holding you. Cistern, it's a well. Okay, all right. So what he's saying here is like a dungeon. A couple of times you read where the prophet, Jeremiah, was down into the dungeon, into the pit. Well, come from the word bore there, is in a sense of a pit, a hole. It's one that's used, a cistern. It's like a prison. That they used to use the dungeon at one point as prisons. Okay, it's like a fountain or a pit or a well. Okay, our time is done for this session, and we're going to come back to verse 2. That's Psalm 28, verse 2, and dealing with the prayer for help. And so, my brothers and my sisters, we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.